Geopolitical influence, U.S. focus on Africa's strategic role. Africa's geopolitical importance has been steadily growing in recent years, with global powers increasingly vying for influence. China and Russia have made significant inroads into the continent, establishing trade agreements, securing resource deals, and building infrastructure, often in exchange for access to Africa's vast natural resources. As the U.S. seeks to counter these growing influences, Trump's administration is expected to focus more on Africa, ensuring that the continent remains aligned with Western interests. This shift could lead to an intensification of competition for economic partnerships, particularly in sectors like mining, energy, and agriculture, where Africa holds significant global importance. In his first term, Trump's approach to foreign policy was transactional and focused on prioritizing American economic interests. The return of this America First stance could mean a reevaluation of how the U.S. engages with African nations, potentially shifting resources away from aid-based relationships and towards more strategic economic partnerships. For countries like South Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya, which have strong trade ties with the U.S., this shift could bring both positive opportunities and tough negotiations. For example, the U.S. might push for access to Africa's oil reserves or rare earth minerals, critical for global technology supply chains, while emphasizing the need for African countries to align with U.S. policies on trade and security. The competition for Africa's economic favor will be fierce, with China and Russia pushing their own agendas on the continent. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, for example, has already led to substantial investments in African infrastructure, from roads to railways, while Russia has been strengthening its military presence and resource extraction agreements. As a result, African nations will have to carefully balance their relations with the U.S., China, and Russia, navigating this global power struggle to secure the best possible economic outcomes.